Okay, so I wanted to make a video about Deadpool 2. It came out years ago, but I finally saw it. So I really liked it. I thought it was hilarious. Ryan Reynolds is, of course, great in the role. Josh Brolin's great as Cable. I always liked Cable, so it's cool to finally see him on screen. Even the kid that plays Fire Fist is really good. So this is the non-spoiler part, but overall, really liked it. I think it's better than the first movie because the first movie, like it has a bigger budget, and they weren't sure about the first movie. So the first movie made a bunch of money, so then they greenlit this, and this made a lot of money too. So and now we're gonna get Deadpool 3, so hopefully that's good. But yeah, really good movie. Really enjoyed it. So now we'll do this. Now we'll do spoilers. So Ryan Reynolds is obviously perfect for the role. Um, the movie opens with him killing a bunch of like mafia people. That goes to Japan. He goes to Italy or Sicily, and then I think he's in America too, and and then he goes home because it's his anniversary with Marina Baccarin. And I was like, where do I know her from? I mean, she's in the first movie, obviously, and I was like, and then I'm looking at this, and she's in Serenity. Okay, so she's in Firefly. Just a beautiful woman, just strikingly beautiful. Um, I mean, I don't blame Deadpool for being in love with her. So, uh, so he goes and he's like making up these excuses about why he's late, and then they're like watching some movies and everything, and then the mafia breaks into his house and he kills them all, but one of them kills her. That basically starts like the plot for the movie. Like, and I was thinking like, okay, so Cable fits into this because he's a time traveler, right? Which, yeah. So so he's like really depressed and he's freaking out and he's trying to kill himself, and uh he of course can't because he basically has like Wolverine, like he just heals, right? Although I think he's a little different because like I forget exactly, but it's like he keeps getting tumors, but he keeps healing. I don't know. I think it's like some weird cancer mutation or something. Um, and he's in TJ Miller's bar and he's all depressed and he's like, dude, you gotta leave. You've been here 3 days. Like you smell. And he's even like pissing himself. He just doesn't care. And so he's really depressed. And Colossus kind of goes gets him, brings him to the X-Men house, Professor X's mansion, to cheer him up and make him an X-Man. And he's like, I'm not X-Men material. He had a funny line. He's like, I'm not X-Men material. I've lost my virginity or something. There's so many funny lines in this movie. I think it's definitely better than the first movie. And the first movie's great too. So so then they give him like a trainee outfit and they go to this facility that basically suppresses mutant powers. run by Eddie Marsan, and then and this guy and this kid Fire Fist is trying to kill people there, and then Ryan Reynolds kind of is like no like is like, oh, like what is this place, like, well, what do they do here? And he basically realizes that like these people are not good people. So then he kills one of his assistants, and and they stop Fire Fist, and then Colossus like gets all pissed at him, and he's like, "You're right, you're not X-Men material." And then he like knocks him out, and they put this collar on him and Fire Fist that suppresses their mutant powers. And then they take them to like this mutant prison, basically. And there they have Juggernaut, but he's all alone because he's so dangerous. So then Cable appears because he's trying to kill Fire Fist. He's trying to kill Fire Fist because in the future Fire Fist freaks out and kills the guy who runs that facility, Eddie Marsan, the headmaster, and then goes on a killing spree. And I wasn't quite sure about that part. It's like because it seems like Cable's in like the Days of Future Past future with like the purple, with like things in the air scanning everything with these purple lights, like trying to find, I think, mutants and round them up, I think. Um, so I wasn't quite sure about that. And then but he has a family, and Fire Fist kills his family. So I wasn't quite sure how that all lined up, but whatever. So Cable's trying to kill Fire Fist. Ryan Reynolds at first thinks he's trying to kill him. And then he realizes trying to kill Fire Fist, and then they're fighting. And Cable looks really cool. Like he has like a metal arm. It's like he even mentions the Winter Soldier. But I think it even looks better than that. Like it's really like cyberpunk kind of. And I think it's all practical, his arm too. Like it looked, I don't know, it looked really good. And it's cool to see Cable. I always I mean, I at least always thought he would look like he was a cool looking character. And I think Josh Brolin's perfect. And there's even a joke about him being Thanos too. Um so yeah, so they're like fighting, and then they both kind of destroy each other and get thrown out of the prison. There's a funny line where Ryan Reynolds is like, "Oh, you're so dark and serious. Are you sure you're not in the DC universe?" Thought that was funny. I mean, and I like a lot of the DC movies, but I thought that was hilarious. Um, so then so then they both basically get blown away, and then they're gonna transfer all the people in the prison. And Fire Fist makes friends with Juggernaut. And then Ryan Reynolds is like, well, we got to go break them out of this transport vehicle, and he assembles X Force. And that's maybe my favorite part of the movie. I thought it was so funny. And then he even this guy Peter shows up, and he's just like this normal guy, not a mutant, has no powers. And then they're all gonna go. And then they're all parachuting down to go, stop the transport. And they all basically die. And even Peter lands, and he's okay, but then he ends up dying because he's trying to save this other mutant, and his power is he like throws up acid, and then he throws up acid on him. But that part was hilarious. And then Domino, Zazie Beetz is really good, and she's in Joker. So I just saw that. So that's cool. She's a good actress, and he's like, "Well, what's your power?" And she's like, "I'm lucky." And he's like, "Okay, you and your fake power." But I thought they did that really well. But anyways, I'm not gonna go through the whole plot, but it's really good. And in the end, they're trying to stop Fire Fist from killing the headmaster because then that kind of sets him off on this, this killing spree in the future, which ends up killing Josh Brolin, Cable's family. So, and they do, and Nega Sonic Teenage Warhead is back with her girlfriend Yukio, and them two, Colossus, Domino, Cable, oh, and Karan Sony, basically his taxi driver, uh, going to stop Fire Fist, and they do, and then in the end, of course, Ryan Reynolds uses the time machine to go and save his girlfriend, and it's funny. And then he goes back, and it's like this movie's so meta. Like he goes back and then he saves. He stops him from taking Green Lantern, and he also basically uh, kills himself from X-Men Origins. So, anyways, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was hilarious. And it's funny. There's two rednecks sitting on the back of a pickup when Cable arrives, and they're played by Alan Tudyk, who's in Firefly also. Yeah, maybe they're fans of Firefly. And Matt Damon. I didn't notice that. I noticed Alan Tudyk, but Matt Damon, whose makeup took 4 hours to apply. And there's a Wilhelm scream in the movie. But anyways, I really liked it. Check it out. That's about it. Like, comment, subscribe.